This week on Motorhead Garage, John Gardner takes a road trip to St. Louis to visit Hunter Engineering and discover some radical and revolutionary innovations for auto repair and maintenance work. Next on Motorhead Garage, presented by Dustless Blasting.
Welcome to Motorhead Garage, presented by Dustless Blasting. Now, we took a plane to beautiful St. Louis. We're at the Hunter Engineering Company. And if you haven't heard the name Hunter, well, you will after today. And I can guarantee you, if you took your car into a shop anywhere worldwide, it was serviced by Hunter equipment. And how can I say that with confidence? Well, look around. I'm standing in the power bay. We're talking about equipment like the Revolution, a walk-away tire machine that actually does it automated and automatic. We're talking about tire balancers, on-the-car brake lays, and of course their alignment machines. Revolutionary ideas, revolutionary equipment. Today on Motorhead Garage, join me as we take a look at this Hunter equipment and this automotive dream. Well, you heard of autonomous vehicles. How about autonomous equipment? Well, Hunter's there. I'm here with John Zentz. Now, John, you're the Vice President of Sales here at Hunter. And I'm going to give away our age a little bit, man, because I've been using Hunter for 30 years. And I'll tell you what, there's a reason why. And we'll see that today. But I'll tell you, I've been using ones with the shovel that comes up, takes the tire off. I've been using bubble balancers on the wheel, some alignment machines that actually do it here and there. A lot of work, got dirty, sweaty, great stuff. But man, it's not that way today. Tell us about your new stuff.
Well, thanks, John. It's great to be here with you on Motorhead Garage. And you're right, the technology has changed so much. What we're looking at here is the industry's first fully automatic tire changer, the Revolution. And the really cool thing about this is you can see right now, Pete has just started the tire changing process, and we have actually evolved into autonomous tire changing. The machine at this point in time is dismounting that tire from that wheel all by itself without any human intervention. So think about the productivity gains where Pete is now over here balancing a wheel while the tire changer continues the process in dismounting that tire.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've worked at flat rate, I've worked in shops before. I mean, now you're working at 2 operations at once, no problem. It's doing it all by itself. Think about the safety aspect. I mean, you know, technician error. You got a wheel sensor in there for tire pressure monitors. I mean, the machine's going to take all that into consideration.
That's exactly right. And what's really neat here is you can see as it's running through this process, everything is happening automatically. So it protects the tire, protects the wheel, it protects the TPMS sensor, and most importantly, as you said, there's no technician involvement. So from a safety standpoint, it's spectacular.
A safety standpoint and training. I mean, it's a matter of putting the tire on. That saves money as well.
That's right.
Let's talk about the balance a little bit. I mean, Pete, you're not even getting sweaty over here. I mean, it's looking pretty simple.
That's right. As you're here on our Road Force Elite balancer, what Pete is doing right now, again, this is all fully automatic as well. All the data entry is done with cameras and lasers, so that's done automatically. No technician error. It can be done in the fastest amount of time and handle that balance procedure the right way.
So you're telling me, I mean, we don't have to use the bubble anymore on the wheel?
That's right.
More importantly, I even have the Road Force. I mean, I love it because we're putting that actual force on the wheel, so we're really telling the true calibrations, the static dynamic balance of it. I mean, this is huge. But mine, I still need the measurements and stuff. You're telling me this is vision technology?
That's correct. We put the vision technology on our balancers where everything is done automatically. And you mentioned Road Force. I mean, Road Force is really, it's the industry standard today in wheel balancing, because if there is something that's not balance related, whether a tire's out around, there's a hard spot in the tire or a bent wheel, we're going to know that every single time because we road test that tire and wheel assembly on every balance.
Now, all these machines built in the USA, I mean, it's pretty cool. Everything here, the engineering, everything's done right here at Hunter.
That's correct, John. That's something we are so proud of, is everything is designed in-house and all of our products are manufactured in the United States.
I'll tell you what, you're going to be rolling smooth with this equipment. You see that Pete's not even getting sweaty. I mean, there's plenty more equipment. Let's check it out. Well, you saw the technology built into the tire machine and the balancer. Alignment's just as much, man. There's a lot of technology on here. On your alignment system, you guys are famous for alignments. Hunter, I mean, everybody knows the name. They're great systems. Keyword there, systems. Tell them about your new system.
I will, thank you. The Hawkeye Elite alignment system, I mean, really, it's the industry's fastest wheel alignment machine. And really the thing that makes that happen is the aligner, the Hawkeye Elite alignment machine, talks to the alignment rack. So it can control the things that need to be controlled to make the alignment as productive and profitable as we possibly possibly can.
Now, Caleb, he's actually going through it. Walk us through the process, because I know he's clipping these things on in a matter of seconds. This thing can align in 60 seconds?
That's right. So what Caleb is doing here, he's mounting the targets onto the wheels, and we will have alignment readings in 60 seconds. To think about that from a productivity and a profitability standpoint, you know, the alignment bay is the most profitable bay in an automotive repair shop, and we just made it even that much more profitable.
Absolutely. Think about me as a technician. I'm getting paid on flat rate. Bam, 60 seconds, I'm in. I'm starting alignment. Phenomenal.
Correct.
Now, he's also going through, I saw him scan and do a couple of things. Walk us through the process, and then we'll talk a little bit about the numbers.
I will. So we have the alignment readings on the car. Caleb scanned the VIN, so we now know everything about this vehicle, from specifications to photos and videos on how to adjust it, and all the information the technician needs right here at his fingertips to be able to align that car quickly.
Bam, caster camber toe. There he is. He's ready to go.
That's
Nothing to
correct.
it. Awesome. Well, the technology on the car has evolved as well. I mean, we have steering angle sensors, we have lane departure, and you gave me this mirror earlier. Now, it's got a little camera on here, but I have no idea what does this have to do in alignment. And your system's technologically sophisticated. It's going to actually talk to all this stuff, and you're going to be able to do it.
That's right. The alignment world is evolving, and with the safety systems that are on today's cars, the manufacturer requires on many of them that the safety systems be recalibrated at the end of an alignment. And here's an example of a lane departure warning camera that's on this Ford Fusion. This is a camera looking forward, and part of the alignment process that Caleb has up on screen all happens automatically. Is we will have to calibrate this to the direction of the car after we align the vehicle.
Yeah, you think about that. Now I go get an alignment, I'm driving home, my check engine light comes on or something because it hasn't been calibrated. Your machine, your alignment system is going to take care of all that, alert the technician I need to do all that. What an incredible system. You know what? There's so much more technology here. Let's take a look at more. Now everybody can relate to this. You're going down the road, you push the brake pedal and you get that pulsation. That's called pedal pulsation. John, disc thickness variation, lateral run out, these are all terms in the industry that we're having problems with. You guys got the solution as well.
We do. It's called the AutoComp Elite on-car brake lathe. And when we can machine the rotor in its environment, we can eliminate all of those variables and have the best brake job possible.
Yeah, and you think about that. We're actually turning it to the hub, to the rotor, to the drive line, whatever's bolted to that car. So you're getting a true rotor turn. I mean, it's not going to, pulsation's gone. Tell us how it works.
Yeah, well, this is what's really cool about this is it's the most powerful, fastest on-car brake lathe. And, you know, once Greg sets it up, he has all the information he needs right there at his fingertips. So we can see brake rotor specifications, torque specs for the lug nuts, what's the right adapter to use. He has all of that information right at his fingertips.
And think about that for a shop. Once again, productivity. I'm not going to the service manual, which takes time, trying to find the torque specifications. You said wheel lug nut. We're talking about rotor specifications, safety issues. We don't want to fall below that minimum spec. So that's all built into the machine. Walk us through the process. What does he actually do?
Yeah, well, what happens after we've actually put the machine, mounted it to the hub, he hits one button in less than 15 seconds. Any run out that is there is automatically compensated for, and he jumps right into machining the rotor. Again, it comes down to productivity and profitability and the fastest on-car brake lathe available.
Now, I hear to run it behind us. I mean, the old ones, I used to compensate this and that. 15 seconds, that's gone. Productivity, safety issues. What about we're cutting? Can we do fast cuts, slow cuts, chatter? We're going to eliminate that as well.
Yeah, you have lots of choices. It's a fully variable speed lathe, but the beauty of it, one of the coolest parts of the lathe is something called anti-chatter technology. So we don't use any chatter bands. That chatter is eliminated. You can hear the speed of the lathe is changing, and it eliminates any chatter issues, so we get the job done much faster and accurately every single time.
No chatter band, no pedal pulsation. You know, the Power Bay's been phenomenal, but we also have this huge team backing us as well. Tell us about that.
You know what, really, that's something that we're so proud of, is having that local support when you need it. We have over 400 factory sales reps that can help a shop owner, you know, determine what's the best of equipment for his specific application. But really, the backbone of our company, as you see up here, are in the red shirts, and this is our service organization. And these guys are within roughly 50 miles of all of our customers, so they can respond same day or the next day and solve any issues that they have in their local market.
This is phenomenal. You know what? Power Bay, this is an automotive dream. Now that's some impressive equipment, but it didn't get there by hapstance. You know, they're innovating all the time for productivity and efficiency when it comes to their equipment. This wall proves it right here. This is patents, over 300 patents they have. You know, they have 7 to 10 patents every single year. That's American ingenuity at its best. We'll be back with more Motorhead Garage presented by Dustless Blasting.
Motorhead Garage, presented by Dustless Blasting, is brought to you by Dan's Diesel Performance, for those who demand the best in diesel performance. Monster Transmission and Performance, the world's authority for remanufactured transmissions. AP Laser, leading the way. And by Dustless Blasting, it's the future of surface preparation.
Welcome back to Motorhead Garage, presented by Dustless Blasting. Well, it's time to take a virtual tour of their plants down in Mississippi. I told you everything was in-house. Wow. And there they are. Everybody's hard at work. I'm looking at the whole plant down there. This is incredible. You can see all the great craftsmanship and the guys hard at work down there at the plant. Wow, I could spend days walking around this plant. Made in the USA, baby. But you know, I gotta go find John over at R&D. Well, after going through the top security clearance, which, believe it or not, I made it over to the Research and Development Department. Now, John, revolutionary ideas make revolutionary equipment. I'm at a loss for words here, man. What are we looking at?
Well, you know, we're really, really proud of the heritage of Hunter. If you think about what our middle name is, it's engineering. We're an engineering company at heart, and fortunately, we have the largest engineering staff in the undercar surface equipment worldwide. And here is a great example of a new technology that we're getting ready to release called Quick Check Drive. And it's one thing to be able to release a product, but to make sure that it's going to work every single time when it gets put into somebody's shop is the most important part. And what you see here is a testing lane where the engineering department is going through a bunch of testing to make sure this technology is bulletproof when we install it.
Now, John, let me get this straight. I'm going to drive through, whether it's a shop, whatever it may be. I'm coming through here. The service writer is going to have all the alignment numbers, bam, right there on the screen. How does he even know what vehicle come through?
You know, that's a great question. You know, part of the system is license plate recognition. You'll see there's a couple of cameras on the top of the towers where we take a picture of the license plate, we convert that license plate to a VIN, and we know the exact vehicle specifications for that car instantaneously.
Wow, and people are driving around all the time. I mean, their alignment's going to be out, their tires are going to wear, they're going to have problems. I mean, what a huge benefit to the public, to the customer, but the shop as well. Once again, productivity. I mean, I'm rolling it through and then be able to go ahead and look at that and upsell, make sure I'm getting these alignments done, keeping these cars safe.
That's right, and as we mentioned earlier, you know, the most profitable bay in an automotive repair shop is the alignment bay, and we know that about 6 out of 10 cars are going to fail in alignment check. So this way we can check every single car just with no human intervention whatsoever, have the information, be able to present those results to the vehicle owner and sell the alignment if it's necessary.
Bam, just that quick. Now, your research and development team, I got to speak to some of the guys. Now, the cool part about Hunter and the whole company in itself, I mean, you guys, you keep everything in-house. You got a tight control on everything. USA built, I mean, everything's here. Tell us a little bit about the manufacturing process and the plants.
I will. You know, we really feel that to be able to bring the best, most dependable products to market, we want to really be in control of all of that. So everything is developed in-house. All the manufacturing is done in either Mississippi or here in St. Louis, where we have complete control of it, and we're really, really proud that everything is made in the United States.
You were telling me earlier, I mean, this system's going to go in a lot of dealerships. I mean, you guys are pumping out some systems here. I mean, and you got the quality control here to check it. You got the team to back it, the service team. I mean, it's a win-win situation. It
is, and you know, what people don't realize is how long it takes behind the scenes to really develop cool and innovative technology. But it is really, that is our core, is, you know, Hunter Engineering, an engineering company, spending the amount of time necessary to bring the best products to market. I talked about earlier, you know, autonomous equipment. I mean, we got the actual tire machines doing it by itself, basically. Vision alignment, I mean, it's doing it by itself. Now I'm driving through the bay, bam, there's alignment numbers. I mean, this is huge, John. It is. You know, we're really excited about this. And, you know, anytime we can make it easier, faster, easier to use, faster to get a job done, more productive, that is our goal of our engineering department, to develop those new technologies every day. Well, this is it. I got the words for it. I mean, this is revolutionizing the industry. First here on Motorhead Garage, you got to see it right here, man. This is great, John. Thank you for the sneak peek at the Research and Development Department and the cool products that Hunter's delivering. Now, if the walls could talk, what could they say? Well, here at Hunter, they're actually talking. This is the Wall of Fame. You know, it all started back in 1930 with Lee Hunter, when Lee Hunter actually started some of these inventions. We're talking about the quick current. He actually had a problem with a car because it would have to charge the battery for days. He got it down to hours. We're talking about different things like the light align. He developed the four-wheel thrust alignment. Also, he got inducted into the Hall of Fame. We're talking about names like Henry Ford. I mean, the innovations just keep happening. Well, stick around. There's plenty more Motorhead Garage. We're going to head out and look at the equipment in action.
Motorhead Garage, presented by Dustless Blasting, coming to you from Hunter Engineering in St. Louis.
Welcome back to Motorhead Garage, presented by Dustless Blasting. Now we're out and about in the real world where hunters put to use every single day in an independent repair shop. We're at Plaza Tire Service, and you know what? They actually won the 2017 Tire Dealer of the Year award given by Modern Tire. This is huge, and why is it huge? Well, I'm here with Larry. Larry, usually aftermarkets have a disadvantage to big dealerships, but that's not the case with the Hunter equipment here. I mean, they're about on with the big boys.
You're absolutely correct. Yeah, there's some unique things going on here in Plaza Tire. One of the things that sort of differentiates them with others in the pack are the way that they treat their customers. They've got some state-of-the-art equipment that allows them to really differentiate themselves. When a customer comes in, they're actually able to go into a bay where they're quickly able to do a 3D scan of their tires. They're also able to check their alignment per manufacturer specs, and all that happens in less than a minute, which is really impressive.
The cool part about it is, I mean, they drive in and then they're actually in the lobby. They're involved in the repair. They're looking at this screen. Tell us about that screen. What are they looking at?
They are, yeah. Typically, I think that in our industry, a lot of times the thought is that a car sort of disappears behind the curtain,
right,
and then you come out with a $700 quote for a repair. Here, everything is out in the open. So we've got big windows where the customer can see what's going on in Bay 1. We've got a monitor that's instantly going to let the customer know what the health is of their alignment and also their tires in a matter of less than a minute. So it makes the buying process much easier for a consumer. Everything's out there in the open for them.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier. Productivity, safety, it's all right there. Shorter stopping distances. Yep. What about some of the machines they're using here?
Yeah, absolutely. So after we finish our process in Bay 1, we effect the repair. They've got some state-of-the-art equipment to do that. Some of the equipment is one of the balancers we have here is a Road Force Elite. That is the preeminent balancer in the industry. Almost every manufacturer requires that balancer in the dealerships, in the big boys. So these guys here are able to compete, able to give their customers a superior experience, just like if you were to go to the dealer. Yeah. And in addition to that as well, their alignment machine. So one of the big things in the industry right now is ADAS systems, so advanced driver assist systems. They've got technology here where they can deal with those systems, whether it's resetting lane departure warning or adaptive cruise control. A lot of that is stuff that's coming on these new vehicles that unless you have the right tools, you're not able to handle those types of vehicles. So that really gives them a competitive advantage as well.
Hey, it works great. And let's talk to Jerry. He's actually putting it in use. He's the shop manager.
You know, they come in the door, we greet them right as they walk in the door, and, you know, they can see everything we're doing, so we're not hiding nothing. They're real happy people when they come in, they're happy when they leave. Return customers after 20 years, you know, they've been coming in, they've dealt with you, and maybe even a year. They, you know, at that point, they just hand you the keys and say, fix my car, because they know that you're not doing nothing out of the ordinary. They've watched you work, you know, they trust you, so that trust factor is nice to have. It's, you know, makes business nice. Doing the tire scan versus even just an alignment check, now they're seeing pictures, 3D pictures of their tires, and you can actually show them the wear of the tire on a printed picture. So it isn't something you got to take them out in the shop any longer, you know, and say, hey, look at your tires. You're actually giving them right there in the showroom, here it is, and they can see that and make a decision based off that. You know, they don't have to come out into the shop and do that part of it.
Well, you saw the Hunter equipment, harder work at an independent shop. Now we're going to head over to a dealer and see what they use it in their situation. So stick around. We'll be right back with more Motorhead Garage presented by Dustless Blasting.
Motorhead Garage, presented by Dustless Blasting, is brought to you by Stage 8 Fasteners, home of the world's best locking hitter bolt. For more information, go to stage8.com. Deny Locks, the first truly effective cooler lock. KT Performance, for all your truck performance needs. And by Red Baron Tools, easy to see, easy to reach.
Welcome back to Motorhead Garage presented by Dustless Blasting. Now I'm real comfortable here because I'm at the Chevrolet and Cadillac dealer of Elko here in St. Louis. Now I'll tell you what, they're the busiest dealer in St. Louis, which means they have to put out the work fast and it has to be accurate. They do that with the help of Matt. Matt, what do you do for Hunter?
I'm a technical and training representative with Hunter Engineering. I've been with Hunter for 21 years now. I can't think of anything I'd rather do.
Yeah, and I tell you what, they're going to need you here, that's for sure, because they have to keep this business flowing. They got to keep this stuff out of here. The profitability, I mean, it's all here. Take me through a typical day. What happens?
I try to prioritize my calls for the day. So if I have a customer that is down, they'll be typically the first call that I take care of in the morning. And then it's kind of a triage. You know, we take the worst first and then, you know, finish the day up with the lighter calls and provide the best service we can, usually within the same day or the next day.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it. Now, what about some of this new technology? I mean, these machines we saw today are basically automatic. They're functioning themselves. I mean, tell me about some of that equipment.
They're pretty close to that. They've taken a lot of the effort out of alignment and tire changing by removing the need to clamp onto the wheel. We clamp the tire now, so there's less worry about the rim design or rim damage, and it's a lot faster.
How's that affected you as far as training? Now, Hunter's not just going to deliver this machine, there's your box, congratulations. It doesn't work that way, man. My experience is Hunter, top notch. That's the kind of service I'm going to get.
Really, training has become a bigger issue because we're getting more and more technology out there, not just alignment, but also the subsystems to alignment. So now the safety systems, the ADAS, that's certainly added a whole new level of complexity to the alignment process, but we've tried to make that a lot easier with our equipment.
Well, it looks like you did it, and you got a phenomenal rig. You just come in and get the job done. I'll tell you what, they got the work popping here at Elko Chevrolet, and Matt's keeping them running, keeping their equipment in tip-top shape. Well, it's been a beautiful day here in St. Louis, but it's been an even better day here at Hunter. I'll tell you what, John, we took a look at some cutting-edge technology. We went out and looked at it in use in the shop situations. We even got a sneak peek in the research development, man. What a great day it's been. Give us some closing thoughts.
Oh, well, you know what? We're just so thrilled to work with you on this and Motorhead Garage. I mean, this has just really been an honor for us. And, you know, most importantly, thank you for allowing us to kind of share with you our vision, you know, and we chatted a little bit about innovation, how innovation really drives the company. And I think we got a good flavor of that today. And you know, made in the United States is obviously a really important aspect, something we're very, very proud of. And, you know, having that local support right there, day in, day out, to be able to help the customer. And it's been really fun sharing this with you guys today, and it was really an honor to do so.
Awesome. Thanks for having us. You know, there's plenty more Motorhead Garage next week. You're going to have to tune in. We'll be back at the studio with more Motorhead Garage.